And fuck all that. So I like Fight Hub TV. All right. A lot of good content, a lot of good videos, a lot of good broadcasting and all that shit. Right. I'm not going to take anything away from the good shit Fight Hub TV does. But I will say that he is wrong when he says that Logan Paul was not out on his feet against Mayweather, because he was. All right. So let's go through it. All right. What does out on your feet mean? That means that you get hit and you lose consciousness for any period of time while you're standing. That's all it means. That means if, boom, you take a good hit, it's a jarring hit, your brain bounces around, you might pass out for a hot 2 seconds, 1 second, 3 seconds, a minute, an hour, right? But if you get hit and, you know, your shit gets rocked, right? You can be unconscious just for that amount of time, for a split second, for 2 seconds, all right? Oh, that's what's up, Xander. Now, I went on there, showed the man some support because he did a live stream. I said, look, man, he was out on his feet. And his response was, don't be stupid. Now, I don't know how many times people have responded that way when you tell them something, like when you debate with them. That's not an argument. Don't be stupid is not an argument. It doesn't prove your argument. It's not a sound argument. It's not any of those things. Where's your evidence? Okay? Because I showed evidence on my community tab, right? But he's telling people, oh, well, you know, that was a short video. That was edited. Yeah, it was edited. You want us to show the whole fight? You want me to show the whole fight, to show that one moment in time when he was out on his feet? No, you don't need more than that. It doesn't matter what he does afterward, right? Because if you look at it, that left hook came to him, boom. He was like this. Arms went limp for a... Every time I get on the live stream, fucking phone calls. Anyway, he was out for a split second, and I saw it. His arms went limp for a half a second. He barely was able to wrap his arms around Mayweather. Mayweather held him up by his neck, like that. You understand? If Mayweather had slipped him and pushed him off of him, he would have failed. That's what I believe. But for that split second, and you can fall without getting knocked out. You can fall getting buzzed. You don't have to be knocked out to fall. So all these things that you're trying to say, oh, well, because he was able to punch later, he wasn't out on his feet. That's not a sound argument either, right? Because by your logic, anybody that's been knocked down and had their eyes closed and was unconscious for a period of time and was able to get up and fight afterward wasn't out. So in the 12th round against Wilder, Tyson Fury wasn't out on the ground because he was able to get up and fight again. That doesn't follow. Just because somebody is able to fight in the same fight or in the same round later on doesn't mean that they weren't out. It doesn't mean that. Now, really, all this is pretty subjective, right? Because only Logan Paul knows, in reality, whether or not he had consciousness at that point in time. But to me, it looked like he didn't have consciousness for a hot second. And if you want to say that you don't believe that and you saw it, okay, that's fine. But don't tell me, don't spit in the wind and tell me it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make it seem like, don't try to throw all these other factors in there to prove your point. It doesn't prove your point. What matters is that point in time when that motherfucker got hit with the left hook. That's the only point in time that matters. Saying, you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't just say, I mean, you can say it all day, but it doesn't mean that it's not a good argument. That's all I'm saying, right? So, and then you're going to put words in my mouth and say that I said he got knocked out. I didn't say he got knocked out. Didn't say that. I said he was out. You can be out and not be knocked out. A knockout ends the fight, right? If you're KO'd, the fight's over. Technically in boxing. So even when Tyson Fury was out on the ground, when he was out, when he caught that right hand and that left hook and was on the ground unconscious for like 6 or 7 seconds, He wasn't knocked out. He was out. He was knocked down and he was out, but he wasn't knocked out. So I never said that Logan Paul was knocked out. I said out on his feet. I didn't say knocked out on his feet. When Deontay Wilder fought Luis Ortiz the first time, Luis Ortiz knocked his. He was out. He was out on his feet for the 7th round, and he was leaning and wobbling and leaning all up on Luis Ortiz for a longer period of time than Logan Paul was out. But they were both still out. Just because one was out longer than the other doesn't mean that the person that was out for the shorter period of time wasn't out. He was out. So, I just thought that was interesting. That people were so people were such denial. People were in such denial. They want Mayweather to lose so badly that they call that a win for Logan Paul that he didn't get knocked out. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Let me see. What up, TOA, and why is it all the same, so fake and scripted? Now, with the Logan Paul Mayweather fight, I was thinking it was legit, but now, well, I'll say no. It's an exhibition. You can't expect much from an exhibition, right? No one is putting their all into it, or at least one person is not putting their all into it, right? It's an exhibition. You don't want to get destroyed for an exhibition fight that doesn't count, right? I mean, they got a lot of money. That's the only thing that they got out of it was a lot of money. There's no effect on their record or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no win or loss. In the pre-fight stuff with him taking the fight, I'm looking at it like was fake now. I can respect it if it was real, but I was thinking Mayweather was taking it to shut it all down. I feel like, listen, man, Mayweather could have stepped to the side. He's a smart boxer, right? He knew Logan Paul was out. He was up here. He got hit. He went like that, eyes closed. Mayweather held his ass up. You can say what you want. You can say he clinched, right? You can say he clinched because he wrapped his arms oh so limply around Mayweather because Mayweather was inside of him doing like this. And then finally when he came to, he was able to fight and all that shit. But that doesn't mean he wasn't out on his feet. I don't even know what's the big deal is. Everybody's making such a big deal out of it. What's up, Loney Lorette? Bye, Felicia. What? Yeah, that's my home gym, man. What up? What up, local one? And yeah, he got rocked. Logan definitely did not win. He got rocked and he was out. In that one, if you go look at that video I put up, in that one instant, he was out for a split second. He was out. That's just the reality of it. You go look at it. But they'll tell you, oh, that's not enough information. That's all you need. What up, AZ Ruction? But I just thought I'd get on here real quick because I felt like I needed to respond. Because, you get on people's platforms, man, and they want to run or they want to shut you down or censor you because they don't want to have a real argument. They don't want to have a real conversation about it. They just want to be right on their own platform. You know what I'm saying? And that's not fun, man. So yeah, when people act like that, I like to come on here and make my own response because, just so people can hear what I have to say. Because especially with these bigger platforms, these bigger YouTubers, they want to shut you down. They want to censor you. They don't want to, it is what it is. There are very few YouTubers I know that are willing to have that conversation, willing to have that debate. Willing to get in there and say, you know what? All right, let's have this conversation. But some people just want to be right on their own platform all the time. And that's cool. You want that echo chamber. You want people to go in there and kiss your ass. And I can tell that's how he is. By the way, I sent you a super chat, right? I don't want no cookie for it. But, if you want people to, if you want people with sense to take your argument seriously, then your first response should probably not be, oh, you stupid. Oh, what are you, stupid? What, you an idiot? Like, I'm not offended by that, right? It's silly name calling, but it just exposes your childishness. and that's fine. So, and I have my own platform. I'm not someone that you can really silence like that. I can come onto my own platform and speak my mind. And I love when people speak their mind on my platform. So, matter of fact, I'm going to start having people come up here. I would love more dissenters in my comment section. I would love it. I would love more people. As a matter of fact, I was debating somebody over. To me, it was just really silly. I was debating with someone who over on something I posted in my community tab. The Tom McDonald video, the one, if I were black, somebody wanted to. It was just like, I don't even understand what the point of it was, but it was fun to just debate him about that. Telling me he told me that hypocrisy is not real, and if A is not B, then B cannot be A, and A is B, and 3 times 4 is 3 million times 4, and I'm like, what? You can't be. If I were black is a fallacy. I'm like, is that the point? But okay, I'll argue. Hey, I'll debate you about that. Okay, hypocrisy is real. Hypocrisy is not whatever you said. He said it's not. Hypocrisy is very real. That's why there's a word for it. Hypocrisy is real, and I don't understand where the fallacy is if you say if I were black. And then he was like, oh well, it's black. He was basically saying that Tom McDonald was saying he was black. I said, no, that's a fallacy, what you just said, because someone said if I were black means that they think they're black. That's the fallacy. That doesn't mean that. He's just saying if I were black, that you would take that next step and say that, oh, well, he's just saying that he's black and this and no, that's called post hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy. That means that one thing has to lead to another. That's the fallacy. It doesn't. If someone says one thing, it doesn't mean that this has to happen after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, oh, well, my floorboards keep creaking, right? Because last week you fell on the floor, right? You fell to the floor last week. So, and now my floors are creaking. That doesn't mean that me falling on the floor caused your floors to creak. That just means that that's just a coincidence. You have to prove that me falling on the floor made the floorboards creak. You can't just say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? That doesn't follow logically. It doesn't. And that's why I try to explain to people, man. Just because one thing happens after another thing happens doesn't mean that one thing caused the other thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tom McDonald saying, if I were black, doesn't mean that he's saying he is black or that he knows what it's like to be black. Let's see. Floyd wasn't going to risk his pillow hands trying to okay him. He had a history. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but he was knocking motherfuckers out before he hurt his hands. Jay with open eyes. We talking about? What did you see that was too confusing? So confusing. AZ Russian echo chamber. Yeah, I don't like echo chambers, man. I'm sure Tom Pinoid of Pinoid knew what? Would argue with you over a lot of points, even though he is a good guy. He's just a different person than you. Yeah, I would love. I want more people to have these kind of discussions with. I don't want people that I don't agree with. I would love to have those conversations, because what that does is it creates a dialogue and it creates a learning experience. Somebody's going to learn from that. You understand what I'm saying? But it has to be. Well, it can go anyway. Somebody's learning something from a good, a good bit of dissent. Dissent is very healthy. The dude's comment, oh yeah, I was like, what are you talking about, bro? That hasn't, whoa, yo. But it's all good, man. Much respect to him. Like, hey, I was happy to engage. I love to engage trolls and. Well, he wasn't a troll. He was just, he had his thoughts about it. But anyway, guys, that was just a quick little thing, because I'm like, man, I'm getting tired of these YouTubers, man. When you try to have a conversation or a discussion, they want to shut it down when you just don't want to go along to what they want. It looked to me like Logan tied up Mayweather after a short hook. That's fine. That's fine. To me, it looked like he got so rocked that he was out for a split second. That happens. It's never happened to me, but I've seen it happen to other people. I've seen somebody get hit in the head by a piece of lumber that fell on their head, and they were like, right, for a hot second they were gone, but they were able to recover really quickly, and they didn't fall. So I mean, it's all good. I disagree. I don't think he just. Now Logan tied him up eventually. If you look at it, he got hit. To me, what I saw was his eyes fucking closed and his arms go limp for a hot second, and his arms just so happened to go around Mayweather because Mayweather was this close to him already. And then Mayweather brought his arm up. And so I feel like that movement was really what brought him out of that. Because that can happen. That movement probably brought Logan back to fucking reality. RZAZ Russian. Stay up, man. I gotta check out your content, man. I say how far I'm holding him up too. But I honestly think they trying to get dude off of him. He probably was, but I feel like Mayweather should know better. He should have rolled under him, right? Hit him with that hook, roll under, right? Just in case there was a counter coming. Hit him with that hook, roll under, or roll under this way, and step out, right? Roll under, pivot. You know what I'm saying? Roll, pivot. And then that's what I feel like he would have did. But Mayweather was walking him down. He wanted to show, that he could be aggressive. And so, yeah, he stayed in there. He stayed close. So that's what I think happened. But it's all good, man. I love how that I got a phone call and then 8 people got knocked off my live stream. Anyway, and I'm going to put the Pinoid News link in the comment section. Please do. I've been trying to get you together in the same live stream for a while now. All right, yeah. I'll check it out, man. I need to expand my horizons anyway with different content creators, especially ones I don't agree with. I would love to have a conversation with those type of people. Mayweather didn't steal nothing. He was handed that shit. Every time Mayweather fights, it's the same. Ooh, Mayweather robbed the bank. Every time he's fought. In the last 10 years, he's robbed the bank every time. No, those of you who say Mayweather robbed the bank, like, not you, Gusto, specifically, but other people. Well, but yeah, you too. I'm going to throw you in there too, Gusto. Those of you who say Mayweather robbed the bank, y'all say that every time he fight. Now, if you spend money on Mayweather, this is 5 times out of 10, people that spend money to see Mayweather fight want to see him get knocked out. And when it don't happen, he robbed them. That's just what it is. Y'all want to see Mayweather get knocked out, and when he don't get knocked out, he robbed the bank. It's okay. It's called sour grapes. It's all right. Y'all see what I got going on here? I got my bikes right there. You know what I mean? Got my little aqua bag. Got the little dummy there so when I kick, I make sure that I'm accurate with my kicks. I got my banana bag right there. You know what I'm saying? Got my ropes. It wasn't no bank robbery. Y'all handed them. It was a donation. Y'all motherfuckers gave that dude a donation. Look, got my ropes. Got my little pull-up situation right there. You know what I mean? Got my Peloton. I can't use my forward-facing camera, so I have to do it like this. Yeah, it's a man cave, but we don't play no games in here. I do have my TV though, so that when, I do my little videos, my little fall on videos, I can get it popping. Anyway, yeah, man. So that's all I got for now, man. Not that Fight Hub TV is pretty big. They're not going to see this, but I just felt like I had to come on and say something, man. Y'all go check out that live stream. No, not in here.